This is a story about how my sister was unalived with a man that she met 3 weeks prior. So in 2014, my sister had just turned 27 years old and she lived in another city in Pennsylvania with my mom. She was a loving, caring individual, and I feel like she was just kind of searching for love, but searching for love in the wrong places. Um, she started dealing with this guy. And from what I understand, this guy was a drug dealer and he didn't like kids. So that's a key part to this story. So one day, he, I guess, had went to New York City, did some things in New York City, and then he was on his way back to the city that they were living in. I guess he called her and said that he was going to pick her up so that they can hang out, and apparently they were supposed to go to the movies. So he comes into town and he picks her up. And when he picks her up, actually, before they leave, my mom has this feeling, like she has this eerie feeling like something just isn't right. And so she said to her, she was just like, listen, if you're going anywhere, then you need to take your son with you. And my sister was like she was so determined to go out with this guy that she literally was like, okay. Even knowing that this guy didn't like kids, she was so desperate to go that she said, okay. So apparently, like the moments before she walked out the door, my mom said she got like another eerie feeling and she just was like, you know what, never mind, just leave him here. So she leaves her son there with my mom and then she goes out the door. So she goes with this guy, and apparently prior going to the movies, they make a pit stop at his apartment. So they're in the apartment, and from what I understand, while they're in the apartment, at some point she ends up going to the bathroom. And while she ends up going to the bathroom, there is a knock at the door. And from what I understand, with the knock at the door, he looks through the peephole and he sees somebody that he knows. That's a major part to this story. So he opens the door, and when he goes to open the door, this guy like kind of bum rushes into the door. So not the person that he saw in the peephole, it was a man. So he saw his ex-girlfriend in the peephole, so he opened the door, not thinking anything of it. However, come to find out, the ex-girlfriend had a new boyfriend and she was setting him up. So he bum rushes through the door and comes in, gets him down on his knees, and somehow there's a scuffle and he shoots the guy